Hi everyone. I hope all of you are preparing with the best of your potential for the upcoming CET and the CMAT examination. In this video, we'll solve the actual questions which has come in the previous year CMAT exam, specific to a topic of discussion, which is time and work. Now, time and work, time, speed and distance, ratio proportion, percentage, SI and CI, mixture allegation are one of the important constituents of your management exams as far as CMAT exam is concerned. Your paper is going to be predominantly heavily weighted by arithmetic and algebra. Okay, so make sure you prepare with the best of your potential to crack these easy exams and focus on the heavily weighted topics. One of them would be time and work. People who are looking forward for the upcoming CMAT and the CET online live courses, you can look forward for the MBAP live courses, which is being curated and designed and will be taken live by the top JBIMS alumni, which is specific to the exam for choice, which is CMAT and the CET exam. There's plethora of content that we have made, which is going to come on your student dashboard along with the live sessions. You'll get loads of content, which you can look into it from basics, advanced strategy workshops, GK, which is static and current affairs, and the GDPI prep material also. All of them will help you to crack the CET examination and the CMAT examination very, very well. On this note, let's start looking into the perspective of the kind of questions which has come on time and work in the previous year CMAT examination. Let's go live with the first question that has come in the year 2021, and let's read out the question and let's solve. All the questions that we'll be solving will use smart calculation techniques to solve with the beautiful approximation techniques. Let's have a look at the first question. Two pipes A and B can fill a tank in 5 hours and 20 hours respectively. Both the pipes are open together and they can fill the same tank in how many hours? The options are 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, and 2 hours. We will not use the unitary method. We'll use simple conversion of ratio to percentage to solve it better. It's been said A can fill a tank in 5 hours. So in 1 hour, A can fill 1 by 5, which is basically 20%. Same goes with B. B can fill 1 by 20 in 1 hour, which is equivalent to 5%. A sum total of the contribution of A and B in 1 hour will be equivalent to 25%. The question is, if in 1 hour, both the pipes can fill 25%, 100% of the tank will be filled in 4 times, which is 4 hours of the answer. Clear? What we did, 20 plus 5 is 25%, 25% can be filled in 1 hour, so total tank can be filled in 4 hours. And hence the answer for the given question would be option number 1, which is specific to 4 hours. I hope this is clear to all of you. And if you use smart techniques to solve these questions well. Let's have a look at the next question now. Read the question very well. The question says, pipe X can fill a tank in 12 hours and pipe Y can empty the tank in 18 hours. So one of them is doing a positive work. Second pipe Y is doing a negative work. Both the pipes are opened at 8 a.m. After some time, Y is closed and the tank is filled by 10 p.m. The question is at what time Y has been closed. Some of you will make unitary method equations to solve this, but that's not required. Let's look at the performance of X. Okay, it's been said X can fill up a tank in 12 hours. It started off by 8 a.m. Ideally, the work should have been done by 8 p.m. But instead of 8 p.m., the work is now finished by 10 p.m. So you can consider what is the unit of work which X has filled of their own contribution. The X was open for 14 hours. So the amount of work which is being done by X is basically 14 upon 12. Had it been 12 upon 12, the answer would have been 1. Why they have worked additionally? Because one of the pipe Y has been working negatively. Now Y can work for 18 hours to empty the tank. I do not know for what time Y was opened. So all what I want to consider is 14 upon 12 minus X upon 18 should be equal to 1. 1 stands for the work has been done. Clear? So the LCM of 12 and 18 will become 36. If you try to solve this in one equation, you'll get the answer that the answer for the number of hours for which Y was open was basically how much? Would be basically 3 hours. Would be basically 3 hours. So it is starting the work at 8 a.m. 3 hours from then, the answer will be how much? The answer for the given question would be 11 a.m. By 11 a.m., pipe Y should have been closed. I hope this is clearly understood to everyone. Moving on, let's move to a little challenging question, but I'll make sure that you will not face any challenge while solving these questions. What is the question? Two pipes A and B can fill a cistern in 120 minutes and 150 minutes respectively. There's also an outlet pipe C. If all the three pipes are opened together, the cisterns can be filled in 100 minutes. The question is, how much time will be taken by C to empty the tank? To empty the tank is the question. Okay, let's make a cistern, possibly in the form of a cylinder first of all. Now they are saying, let's say there are two inlet pipes. Let's say this is my pipe A and this is my pipe B, where both of them are doing a positive work to fill up the tank. A can fill the tank in 120 minutes, B can fill the tank in 150 minutes, and there's also an outlet pipe which can actually empty the tank in some time. I do not know. I have to find the amount of hours or minutes that C will take to empty the entire tank. Let's say this is C. Okay. And let's say C possibly can empty the tank in X minutes. Okay. I do not know the value of C here. And let's assume now the only assumption which I would want is fixing up the volume of the entire system. Now the time for A is 120 minutes, the time for B is 150 minutes. Let's take a value which is the LCM of 120 and 150, which basically will be 600. Let's assume 600 liters is the overall volume of the system, right? A can fill in 120 minutes. I repeat, A can fill in 120 minutes. So what is the speed of A? The speed of A will be basically 5 liters per minute, which is 600 upon 120. Similarly for B, it's going to be how much? 600 upon 150, which will be 4 liters per minute. So in 1 minute, what is the total volume which is being filled up? This is basically 9 liters. This is basically 9 liters. Now 9 liters is basically the positive amount of water which has been filled in. It's been said C is also working. Let's assume C can withdraw X liters in 1 minute, right? It's been said the whole tank was filled in 100 minutes. So the overall composition was going on for 100 more minutes. So 9 minus X, I repeat, 9 minus X into 100 should be equal to the total volume which we have assumed it to be 600. 100 goes out. The question was as simple as 9 minus X is equal to 6. So what is the value of X? The value of X will be 9 minus 6, which is 3 hours. Very beautifully you have solved this question. And the answer for this question would be option number C, which is 3 hours. I hope it is clear. This is not difficult, provided your concepts are clear. Very well, you will be able to solve these questions for the actual examination. Topics like this will be a very high weightage for the given CMAT examination also. These are the questions which you can see here. This is CMAT 2019 question. And this is one of the most stereotype standard questions which comes up nowadays. It's been said L and M, I repeat, L and M together can complete a piece of work in 72 days. M and N can do the same piece of work in 120 days. L and N can do the same work in 90 days. The question is, in what time L alone can complete the work? L is basically my first operation, which is I can assume it to be ABC, or it's been given to us LMN. Okay. Many of you will start with making simple equations like 1 upon L plus 1 upon M should be equal to 1 upon 72. Similarly, 1 upon M plus 1 upon N will consider the value to be as 1 upon 120 like this. And possibly by simultaneously solving this equation, you will solve this. But solving by this equation method, you possibly will take more than 3 minutes to crack the answer for N. I'll give you the one of the most shortest application to solve this. You can either take this as a formula or an important application to solve this. Whenever I need the answer for the first unit, which was filling up the tank, along with someone, you can directly take the answer as, let's say A is my L, which basically considers to be the first pipe or the first person who was doing the work, If I want a contribution of A in terms of number of days in which he'll be able to do the work alone, this can be given by a simple example, or let's say a simple application. Let's take A would be equal to 2 times X into Y into Z divided by x into y plus y into z minus z into x. This small application will help you out to solve all the questions which comes up in your examination. And this is one of the most standard applicative questions which comes up in the exam. All what you need to do is, if you want the value of L, let's first understand what is X, Y, and Z. X is when the first two units are working together, which is L and M. Y is where M and N is working together, which is 120. And Z is where L and N is working together, which is 90. So if you want the value of L, it's as simple as 2 into 72 into 120 into 90. This whole will be divided by A into B or X into Y, which is 72 into 120 plus 120 into 90 plus 72 into 90. If you are able to solve this piece of task very well, you'll be able to solve the answer really very well. And this is very much more better application than solving the whole process by making equations. If you solve this, you will get the value of L. The work done will be by L can be done entirely in 120 days. And straight away, you'll mark the option for question number 4 to be option number D in this given question of the year 2019. You can write down this applicative formula to solve the questions in the upcoming questions on the similar format. And let's see the last question which came in the year 2018 on the time and work front. As said, let's read out the question well. The more you read it clearly, the better you'll be able to solve soon. Rajesh can check a quality of 100 items in 5 hours. Rakesh can complete 75% of the same work in 3 hours. How much time is required for both of them to check 1300 items if Rakesh stops after 2 hours? So there are two guys who are working together. Who are these two guys? Let's see. One of them is Rajesh and the second person is Rakesh. Rajesh can do the quality check of 100 items in 5 hours. Similarly, Rakesh can do the same work in 75% of the work will be done in 3 hours. 3/4 of his work was done in 3 hours, so the total work will be done in 4 hours. So the speed of Rakesh is faster than that of Rajesh. This is 4 hours. The question is, how much time is required for both of them to completely check 1300 items? Let's assume 12 p.m. they have started the work. Let's first start with Rakesh because Rakesh somewhere stopped. Rakesh stopped after 2 hours. If Rakesh can complete the checking of 1000 items in 4 hours, in 2 hours, definitely he was able to do the checking of 500 items. Out of 1300 items which I have to check, 500 has been checked by Rakesh. Leftover value will be checked, which is 800 by Rajesh. Now Rajesh has to check 800 items. Rajesh can check 1000 items in 5 hours. If I want it to be only 800, I need only 80% of it. 80% will be 4 by 5 of 5, which will be basically 4 hours. So in 4 hours, Rajesh can also complete the checking of 800 items. It's not the case they're working in silos, they have started working it together. Rajesh and Rakesh. I started to work at 12 p.m. Rakesh worked for 2 hours. So by 2 p.m., Rakesh basically stopped, right? But Rajesh continued to work. To complete the leftover work entirely, Rajesh have taken 4 hours. It's not the case after 2 hours Rakesh started working, since Rajesh was working from the beginning. So from the beginning till the end, the total number of hours which will be taken by both of them to complete the checkup of 1300 items will be given by 4 hours, out of which the contribution of Rakesh has gone for 2 hours and Rajesh has gone for entirely 4 hours. Some people will get confused whether it is 2 plus 4, 6. The answer is no. Both of them are working together. So the answer for the given question would be 4 hours. I hope this is clear, and very well you'll be able to solve these questions provided your calculations, your concepts, and your applicative frame of mind is there to crack all the beautiful questions which comes in the CMAT examination. I wish you all the best, and I hope all of you have thoroughly enjoyed solving these questions along with me. You can look up to the important website details and the notifications on the MBAP education portal. For all the free courses and the paid courses, you can look into it and get in touch with the MBAP associates and the faculties to help yourself to upgrade your skills to crack the given management exam. On this note, I'll take a sign off. I'll see you in another live session and the video sessions. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.